So let's check out how much does a graphic designer make in 2021. Let's check out the salaries. So for me, in this video, I want to show you a report from Cavalry. They are a freelancing site with over 4,000 freelancers, which is really cool. I've also used them in the past as well, so they are pretty solid. They are based in Australia and Singapore, so the report will basically be based on the numbers in those two countries. So let's just jump into it. So it's about freelance rates and the market guide in 2021. So they gathered these statistics. I'm sure it was from the 4,000 designers they have on the platform. So I'm just going to scroll through here. They've got some key findings, and you guys can download this online as well from their website. So you can see that. I'm just going to skip through here and go straight to design. So we can see here, they've got day rates and market dynamics. So let's check this out. So you can see junior, midweight, senior, and a lead designer. We can see by category, so branding designer, graphic designer, retoucher. So a junior earns roughly $310 Australian dollars. You can calculate that on Google, compare it to your currency. As a brand designer, it's $288 for a junior. So we can see there's been a decrease there for some reason. As you go to midweight, it starts increasing roughly by 10%. As you can see, $384. As a branding designer, it's actually at $412 because it's more creative work. And then you can see as it goes up to a senior, you'll start earning around $500 as a day rate per day. And usually a typical day is an 8-hour day. Sometimes it's between 8 to 10 hours, depending if you're working like overtime or hustling. But then you can see a lead designer, which can sometimes be a director. But you can see the design director at the bottom here. They earn $500. It's actually at 67% increase probably from last year. And as we go up, they can earn something around $800 if you're an executive. $800 a day. That's pretty juicy, pretty good. Now let's go check out the UX and UI design. So if you are a UI designer, it is $354, 20% more than last year. A UX is at $387, still higher than UI because it's more thinking involved. But as we go up to the midweight and senior, you can see it's still a juicy amount of cash, but there's been a 8 to 9% decrease there. And at the senior level, you can earn somewhere around $600 to $700 here as a UI UX designer here, which is very, very solid. I think that's a fair amount. Then you've got other things like design researcher and stuff like that, but most of you probably don't do that. So yeah, typically that's pretty good. And you can see the scarcity here. It's actually scarce. There's not actually many people apparently that are doing that, which is cool. Let's check out the creative community here. So a whole bunch of other stuff like art directors, copywriter, animators, illustrators, art directors. So let's check out let's check out an Illustrator. So an Illustrator is a bit less, it's more creative, it's more free-flowing, less design thinking. But that's at $320 at a junior level. As we start going up, it starts going to $400, then $500 there. 11% increase, which is amazing. A design art director earns around $600, which is really great. And then not much difference at the midweight level, but then executive is around $800. So that's pretty nice. 3D artists, I think that's becoming popular. You can see it's actually more than an illustrator or even an animator. So 3D artists are a big thing. It's very time consuming as well. At the junior level, $378. And then $400 at the midweight level there. So that's really cool. You can check out some other ones here. It's kind of interesting. Copywriters are in demand as well, I think. As you can see at the senior level and the junior level, it's increase of 12%. And then animators at 24%, which is really cool. And that's amazing. Let's kick it on with strategy. Now, strategy is the scarcity is sort of medium here on the left-hand side. Typical gig length is, weeks, couple weeks. So what do we see? We've got digital strategists, we've got social media strategists, increase of 16% at the junior level, $321, which I think is really great. At the top level, we've got $644 as well. So social media strategist is beginning to get popular. Digital strategist, $450 at junior level. That's a good sum. So focusing probably on digital experiences, web and mobile, and branding as well. At the senior level, $612. So you can see some decreases here, and that's probably due to becoming more popular. A lot of people are getting into strategy, so customer experience here you can see at the senior level $758, but it's decreased by 17%. So lots of interesting insights here. Strategy is always going to be paid more than a designer because it's more thinking and more research involved, so that's why it's always more. We've got tech here. I'm not going to cover that. That's like developers. So you can see the developing. It's similar to design, but it's interesting. Media and growth. Growth marketer, $300 at the junior level. SEO manager, $500. Wow, that's seen an increase of 47%. So SEO is a big thing, because everyone wants to make sure that they're ranking on Google, ranking on everywhere they can. Delivery, so content producer, $367 here of a day rate, and 16% increase. Client services director down here, delivery director. Okay, interesting. Cool. Awesome. That's really cool. Film and content. So this is more film. Cinematographers at $558. Editors are in demand as well. So junior level $457 a day rate, and then at midweight it's $531. We've got PR here, and then let's just look at the average day rates per discipline. So it's telling us by, okay, so we've got the average day rate and then 2019. So the discipline, let's go to graphic designer. We're gonna find it somewhere here. So we've got art director down here, $562 a day rate. Okay. And then it's got 2019 though, and then I'm not sure. Branding designer, $500 average day rate. Beautiful. That's amazing. And that might sound like a lot to people, but in Australia, it's it's fair. It's fair. Graphic designer, $469 average day rate. So there you have it, guys. Graphic designer and illustrator is basically the same price, $472, roughly average. So that's, if you want to work in Australia or something close to that, that's what the average people are earning. So get to that level, get your portfolio up, increase your value. And then it starts comparing by cities. Sydney is always going to be the biggest because that's where all the main tech stuff is, and it's the biggest, probably the biggest city in Australia. So you got Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne. Singapore is a bit less, and that's fair. Average day rates between cities, yeah, you can check that out. Freelance position themselves as less senior. So there's a lot of seniors, 35% versus 39% in 2020. So obviously, as you grow each year, you grow. So there's a lot of mid senior levels. Let's see, the relative demand for skills. While demand for design skills leads all specialisms, demand for creative skills increased significantly in 2020. This includes creative direction, illustration, animation, copywriting, and art direction. Strategy and UX and UI design also has gained ground. So interesting. So look at design. It's still pretty high, 27%. So it's giving us stats from 2020 there. Creative, 23%. And then other things like strategy and UI UX, you can see it's at 11% there. Demand for disciplines vary between agencies and brands. So graphic design, still high. Creative and copywriting. Then UI UX, and technology, as you can see there. So those are the things that are most in demand when it comes to agencies. You can skip this. Average gig length, that's relative to the company. Cavalry freelance expertise is well distributed. So that's just a table there. This is based on that website. And I think that is it. So thanks, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this report. Hope it gave you some insight on some day rates, and maybe it's going to encourage you to increase your day rate, even though if you're in a third world country or a different country, not from the US or Australia or whatever, increase your rates, charge more, develop your brand process, your workflow and your portfolio, and increase those rates, because what we can see here is that the averages are in demand, and businesses need design, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this report. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to smash that like button and smash the subscribe button because I post design content every week to help you as a beginner graphic designer learn to become a full-time freelancer and brand identity designer. Thanks so much. Chat to you in the next video.